Hello, hello, hello everyone. It is Teresa from Teresa's Silhouette Spot for all things art, where I love sharing art from my heart and teaching creatives and crafters how to paint for fun and profit. Hello, welcome all. Welcome to 12 days of Christmas arts and crafts, everyone. Yes, I'm going to get comfy because we're going to be here a while. So, hello. When you hop on, my chair is stuck on my new heater. Let me know where you're watching from. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, everyone. I am going to throw a comment in here so then I know that I can see comments and if they're moving and who's here. So anyway, I am going to get started. I have a 9x12 canvas. Tonight is day 1 of 12 days of Arts and Crafts Christmas. I'm going to put this up because I want to wear a cute shirt. You guys, I always look like such a slob. I was at work today and I was like, this is a nice outfit. But I can't wear it for painting because I get paint all over me. I washed my hands already. I get paint all over me just opening the paint bottles. So I said, all right, well, I'm just at least going to put on a cute shirt. It says joy, joy to the world. Oh, I can't sing. Well, not that I can't sing because I can sing. Can't sing on Facebook because you can't have music on Facebook. They'll shut you down. But so anyway, I don't know. I don't know who wants to hear me sing. So anyway, I have my crown, my little red Santa hat. I am ready to go. So I'm just trying, I had to put my heater in here and it's a little uncomfortable. Anyway, so I am going to make this window a little smaller and turn my camera around. So anyway, hello you guys. I have out a variety of paint right here. Except for this pink, which I may not use. The rest of these are pretty subdued colors, and I like the palette. I'm going to have a pop of gold because it's Christmas, okay? But that's that. So anyway, I have put out some, what is it? Salmon and Riverwalk chalk paint, which I am going to scoop up with this scraper. I've done this technique before, but it's been a while. I have both colors on here. And what I'm really trying to do is make a really weird, different, unique background for this painting that I'm going to paint. That's all. You know what I'm going to do? I want to add some, I'm not even going to get up. I don't want to get up, but I'm going to add some, white to this. I could add it in here too. Okay, there we go. So let me pick up a little bit more. And this is just the background. Like I said, I want to do a little unique background for you guys. This is probably not the best, can you hear that scrape? The best project to pick to kick off the 12 nights of Christmas arts and crafts. But you know what? I'm brave like that. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Okay? We will be doing all kinds of stuff this week. I have craft stuff. I have recycled jar project. I have 2 wine glass projects. Possibly decoupage. I don't know. We'll see. So there we go. So then I just want to get a little bit on my ends. So I'm just rubbing and then scraping the ends here. So, are you guys excited? Do you like my shirt? I'm not wearing a ratty t-shirt. But the first sign of paint I get on here, you guys, I'm going back to my ratty t-shirts. I know, everybody says all my clothes are paint clothes. Well, not all my clothes are paint clothes, because I pretty much just use paint clothes for paint clothes. But I'm tired of looking like a slob every time for you guys. You know, sometimes I hop on and I watch these lives, and these people are like totally done up. And I'm like, can't I just be in my pajamas? Whatever. Anyway, so I'm trying to get the ridges out. And I think I did a pretty good job. So what do you guys think of that background? Hey, Pam, thanks for hopping on. Am I making too much ruckus for you? Oh, I didn't do this side. I must have done one side twice. I am going to have to hit this with the heat gun or I'm never going to be able to move on. I do have a tracer. It's a very simple tracer, but I have a tracer nonetheless. Hey Angie, thanks for hopping on, my bud. So I was just telling everyone, I don't know if you just came on or just said hi, that I've never done this project before. I've never painted this before. I saw it, I was inspired, and that is it. That is all. So let me wipe this off. So you guys, I am going to get my heat gun for a second, and you guys can talk among yourselves. Okay? Although I think you can hear me, but I will turn this around too. These projects that are more than one step, oh, Colleen Logan. These are a set of scrapers. Well, this is one scraper actually, not a set. I do have to wash it better. They're metal scrapers. I got them at Michael's a few years ago. They come in a set of 3. They're all different widths this way. I'm trying to do this and talk at the same time. Here we go. They're all different widths this way. One is narrower and one is wider. But you can use a credit card, or you know how you get those free promotions in the mail, the junk mail or whatever, and it's like a plastic fake card. You can use them too. And I usually use it with, here I had some chalk paint, 2 different color chalk paint, and then I added just a little bit of white to it. And it just makes like a different background. Sometimes I like, is it? I don't know, I got it on Amazon. It was fairly cheap. So I like to make different backgrounds. So the background I feel like the background shouldn't always be an afterthought. Yes, we want our art to pop, but I like having unique and different backgrounds too. I'm going to use a stencil on this one also. And then I have some of this. This is the inside of cardboard. This is where corrugated cardboard gets its name. So there's a layer like this. See all the ridges? And then there's another layer that's the smooth, and it's sandwiched together. So what I do, sometimes I take the cardboard and I take off the one, thank you Colleen. Is there a reason you use chalk paint? Mostly the reason, so let me finish I'll come back to you 1 second, Pam. So I will save some cardboard with different qualities and different thicknesses, because then I use this as a stamp, and I'll tell you. So, yes, Pam, one of the reasons I use chalk paint is because I'm going to, first of all, I like how the chalk paint has like more of a dull matte finish to it. And sometimes I feel like chalk paint has more of a grip. And since I'm going to use this as a stamp, and I'm going to stencil my background on a little faint, I like the way the chalk paint then works when I stencil on here. Like if I didn't use chalk paint for the background, I would have used chalk paint to add my stencil. So sometimes stenciling with the craft paint is too thin and it has bleeds. Chalk paint is very heavy bodied, and although decor is thicker, plaid craft paint is thicker, it's still, the multi-surface paint has a built-in sealer, and it's just not ideal. Oh, thanks, Angie. It's just not ideal for stenciling. So since I'm going to be, and not waiting for things to dry and moving along, I wanted either my base in chalk paint or my stenciling in chalk paint, and I like these colors and I liked how they go together. And I wanted to do something different for you guys because this is special. I'm just rambling on. This is special. This 12 days of Christmas arts and crafts, I've been planning it, and I'm very excited to be here to do it with you guys. It's honestly something I thought about doing for probably the last 2 years and didn't get my you-know-what together in order to do it. So this year, and Angie can attest to this year I was determined. I said, I'm doing it, and that's it. So let me turn you guys around. So here we go. So this is dry enough. I put out a little bit of gold paint. I'm going to get a somewhat, I have one here, ratty brush. Okay. And what I'm going to do is, I don't want to drip on here, so let me move that for a minute. I'm going to take my gold paint and I'm going to paint it on to some of this corrugated cardboard. We don't need it heavy. So I'm adding it into the grooves, and then I want to get it across the grooves. Okay, let me put that down, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with this. She's for her, you know what, together this year's for sure. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, I'm just going to take this now, and I'm going to press it down. Give it a little push, and lift it up. I'm going to do it again, give it a little push, and lift it up. Now can you see that? It's very, very subtle, you guys, but it is there. I'm trying not to see. Little subtle. Okay. I'm going to add a little bit more. I'm going to have to need some more gold paint. Add a little bit more here. And nothing about this has to be perfect. There's actually a background I do completely like this. I basically call it like garbage art. I got a little more. Let me put out some more gold paint. So, I'll get started with the rest, you guys. Sometimes I do this with, I will pick up any kind of stuff that I have in the house. Bubble wrap, balled up tin foil, saran wrap. Okay. A little more. Depending on, I'm not worried about having more here. Ooh, more here, less there, whatever. Nope, it is just my background. And I am loving this effect, you guys. I've used fork to put stuff on, just to make designs in the background. Grab what you have at home. Just experiment. It's just paint. There we go. And there we go. Okay. So can you guys see the background now? Isn't that cool? Thanks, Pam. It's just got a little bit to it. Not too heavy, not too whatever. I'm just going to, my ends are very bumpy and spillage. I have some gold paint in my brush already, because this is what I used to load my cardboard. And I'm just spreading out the drips and the bumps I have on the end and incorporating just whatever gold is left in my brush. So tonight is night 1. Oh, you know what I meant to do, you guys? Yes, so tonight is night 1. I'll tell you in a second. And I'm going 12 nights straight. Only the people here will know my secret. And my secret is that only you guys will know. Don't tell anyone. And I want to see if you guys can figure out which is which. Because I'm going 12 days straight. Wait, you need to see me for this. Because I'm going 12 days straight. Don't tell anyone. I have pre-recorded 4. Just 4. I've pre-recorded 4 episodes. So, you guys are here tonight. You're the only ones I'm telling. So let's see if you guys will be able to figure out which ones are live and which ones are Memorex when the time comes. Because I'm not going to tell you which is not really live and which is pre-recorded. Okay? So let me get out my heat gun one more second. I apologize, but you don't want to miss this part, right? I mean, I could have come with the magic of television and had a blank canvas and then been like, here, voila. But, you guys want to see this stuff. So, sorry, now you have to deal with this. So, anyway, had a long ride home from work tonight. I work over an hour away, and it's cold. Had to make a return at, oh, you're laughing. I had to make a return at Kohl's. I drove through the parking lot twice. There was no parking, and I just moved along. It's a return. It's not that big a deal. It was, you know, I didn't buy a diamond necklace from Kohl's, so it could sit in my car another week or two before I return it. I didn't have a coat. Yes, I know, I should have a coat. I had like a jacket, but I didn't have a coat. And then it was a little chilly, so. Now I want my gold to be fairly dry. I'm going to add some snowflakes. I have a really cool, this is a 2-pack stencil. It's from Essential Stencil. It has a whole variety of snowflakes, and then it has this whole background of trees, which I thought of using this, and then I was like, you know, nope, too symmetrical. So I'm going to use this side, and I'm just going to use a few of the stencils. I want them sparse. I mean, it's a few of the snowflakes. I want them sparse. I want them light. I just want them around. So I'm just going to use a couple of these. These are reusable stencils from Essential Stencil. If you want to check them out, my code is Stencil Spot for 10% off. I love their stencils. They're thick, they're quality. Sometimes I don't wash mine, but they wash so well. It is amazing. So I love them. Yeah. So let me see. I can touch this. Okay, didn't get any gold on my hands. Good. Alrighty. Let me get up my stencil. And like I said, I'm just going to put a few of these around in the background. Very light. This is 12 by 12. It's like I said, it's a 2-pack. Actually, it's not a 2-pack. It's a 3-pack. It even comes with the reindeer head. So I'll show you. So here's my snowflakes. Yeah, it's a 3-pack. It has the snowflakes, the reindeer heads, and then the trees for cool background. I don't know who would put a reindeer head background, but you could use them sporadically, right? Okay. So which side have I used already? This side. I have to make sure I just keep dirtying up the same sides. I'm going to put you guys down. All right. I have my makeup sponge ready. I think this is going to be the top. And I'm just going to lightly stencil in a few snowflakes in the background. And did you notice? I picked up paint, but then I came over here on my paper towel and I blotted it off. I didn't want, hey Carol, how are you? You know, you might have missed the secret, or were you here and you just said hi? I can't tell you, you're gonna have to go back and watch from the beginning, but since you're one of my buds, I just thought at least I'd tell you there was a secret released just a little bit ago. And plus, you're probably going to want to go back anyway and see how I did this cool background. Thanks, Angie. Hobby Lobby. Oh, 70% off already? Well, that's cool. So, Carol Tierney, I have done this really cool background with some chalk paint and a scraper. Then I added some gold to it. And now I'm just putting in a few of these stencils. This is a stencil from Essential Stencil, reusable stencils, which I love. And I'm just going in and I'm adding in a few of these. They're all different shapes and sizes. I'm picking out which ones I want. I'm using this makeup sponge. When I pick up the paint, then I blot it off on whatever is hanging around, either scrap paper or paper towels, the rest of my dish, but I'm going to need my dish for paint. And I am just going to town with stencils. I'm going to paint something on here. So this is really, I'm putting a lot of effort into just having a background. Hey Pat, how are you, honey? Thinking about you. I was so excited that you found your medallion. That's great. Good for you. Sometimes there are decent people in the world. So Pat, you would be familiar. I just did the chalk paint scraping technique on the back of this with the scraper. Pat Houston, you guys, she is an amazing one-stroke artist. I know her from my one-stroke painting family. She's a wonderful, wonderful woman. We've been friends and have known each other for quite a few years now. So I don't want to add too many of these because, like I said, this is just going to be the background. But I think I will add one more small one down here. After I do my actual design, if I think I need more because I covered them up or whatever, maybe I'll add more. But that is going to be it for now. It would work better if they were random. Yes, I agree, Colleen. I definitely agree. Although I do have another Santa head that is big. I have a gorgeous essential stencil that is all the reindeer names. So it's these beautiful shaped heads with the reindeer names. Dancer and Dasher, Donner, Blitzen, Comet, Cupid. That's it, 6. Who knows the rest? Let's see. Who knows? Who knows all the reindeer names? Let's try it again. Dancer, Prancer, Donner, Blitzen, Comet, Cupid, something, Vixen. Right? Hey, Willie. Nice to see you. I don't know. That's all I got for you guys. Sorry, I can't think of the rest. Rudolph. But he's not really considered part of the Prancer. There we go, Prancer. I think between all of us, we can come up with all of them, right? What is there, 9? Yeah. Or 8? I think it's 8. So. Yes, Angie. The tree stencil, even the reindeer head stencil would be beautiful for wrapping paper. I might do that. Gift bag or wrapping paper. Beautiful idea. I watched a live yesterday. Actually, the live was in that Donner. Good one, Willie. So we got 2 now. I watched the live yesterday in the Divas Get Crafty. And my friend from something crafty. Her name is Andrea Hagelin, but I forget her business name. I'll do it. Oh, that's a good idea, Angie. That's what we should do. Okay, me and Angie were doing it. She decorated tissue paper and paper bags for wrapping. It was so cool, you guys. All right. Now, I'm going to show you my boring old little tracer that I did. If you guys are familiar, I did this in Canva today. So it is 8.5 by 11, but I'm going to make it work for a 9 by 12 canvas. Okay? Not much to it, but I think you know where I'm going with this now, right? I'm going to slip this under here. And, oh, my very crafty life. My very crafty life. There you go. So if you want to see how she made tissue paper or decorated bags, you can. The tissue paper was a little involved because it involves sublimation. I know not all of us have sublimation. But it was actually, because Angie brought up now, a great idea to use stencil for tissue paper. So we're putting ideas together, and I saw Andrea yesterday. She used leftover vinyl scraps and that fancy washi tape, and she decorated 2 gift bags, the plain brown ones, which are so inexpensive, you can get them at Dollar Tree. And then she decorated her own tissue paper, and the tissue paper was fairly cheap either. She had gotten it at Target, but I know you can get tissue paper for fairly cheap at Dollar Tree as well. And then you can use stencils on your gift bags, your gift tags, your tissue paper. I tell you what, you guys, wrapping paper and greeting cards have gotten so crazy expensive. I tend to be a little frugal, but I really hate paying money for stuff that's one-time use and you're just going to throw it in the garbage. So you guys know this is my tree stalk. Okay, so I think you guys pretty much know what I have here. I don't know how much you can see. I can see my lines. You guys can see my lines too, right? Let me put this down. My stylus took away. Oops, I dropped it. I could leave it there, but let me tell you guys a secret. I could have left my stylus on the floor and been all about moving on with the show, but you know what would happen? Tomorrow night I would come back in here and I'd be like, where's my stylus? What happened to my stylus? I need to trace this and I can't find my stylus. And I will completely forget that I dropped it down in there between my desk and the floor, and I won't be able to find it, and I won't remember until like maybe a week from now, and I'll be like, that's where it is. So I apologize for bending over, but if I didn't do it, I would have forgotten. Yes, that's a great idea too. Stamps for tissue paper. So anyway, I don't know how long this dish is going to last because I'm going to be filling it up. But we shall see. If I got to go to a second plate, I'll go to a second plate. I'm just putting out a little brown, a little burnt umber. I want to give my pot down here some bit of like faux clay terracotta finish. We'll see. All right, let me switch you guys around again. So if I miss any of your questions, oh, wait a second, you guys, we only have Prancer and Donner. We need the rest. So somebody, I'm going to put in Blitzen. I like that name. So now we have Prancer, Donner, and Blitzen. Okay, we need 5 more. And if you don't know what we're talking about Santa's reindeer. Okay. So I have this all traced out, and that's why if you saw it in my the supply list that I put up for this, it's really whatever you want it to be. There's no rules with this one because it's whatever palette you want it to be. It's whatever colors you want it to be. It's just stacked gifts. Comet. Yep, Comet. There we go. Thank you, Angie. Thank you for playing. There's no prizes, but you win anyway. They're just stacked gifts in the shape of a tree. A little shading to the outside. Add a little brown. And then I'm going to put a little brown up in here like we have a rim. There we go. I don't like that. I'm going to pull down again. I'll use a smaller need for. Oh, look at Colleen showing off. Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Donner, Blitzen, Comet, Cupid, and of course Rudolph. Thank you, Colleen. All right, so I'm going to put out a little bit of each of my colors now. Just a little bit, because that's all we need. How many boxes do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. In the art world, they say it's always good to have uneven numbers. Yeah, that Colleen. Colleen, you're the winner. We don't have any prizes, but you're the winner. Okay? It's an honor just to be nominated, right? Oops. So, Google. Oh, Colleen. I Google everything. It's okay, honey. Thank you. Because tonight I would have been in bed going like, Comet, Cupid, what was the other one? So, thank you. Woo! Like I said, I may end up having to get a different plate, but for now, I'm just going to try and wing it. Alrighty. So now you know why I said you can use whatever colors you want. You can make this big, bright, and bold Christmas colors. You can make it more of a subdued palette like I am. You can do neon, whatever you want to do. So I'm just going to get a little bit of these two blues here. One is more, what is this one? Because it's a really pretty color. Blue haze. And I'm just going to start painting in my packages. Some of them I might put some stripes. They're going to get bows. If I was really adventurous tonight, you guys, I would get out multiple little stencils and stencil things on top of the packages. But we shall see. I don't know if that's going to happen. I can't spoil you guys right on the first night with an amazing, amazing project for my 12 days of Christmas, can I? Well, not like it's not going to be an amazing project anyway, it is. Okay. I'm going to go into the green now. I'll do this one. See that? I didn't even wash my brush because I'm not really concerned. And this is more of subdued, and I'm going to be adding decorations on the boxes and bows and things. I didn't even wash my brush. I went right to the green. Now I'm going to wash my brush because I want to go to red, and I don't want to put my green in the red. I'll end up with brown. Ooh. This is a beautiful red, you guys. This is, I don't even know how to say it. Let me look. Alizarin Crimson. So again, this is night 1 of my 12 days of Christmas arts and crafts. We will be doing wine glasses and recycled glass jar craft. We're going to make an ornament out of popsicle sticks. There's going to be a few painting ones. Of course, I have to do painting ones. How could I not do painting ones? But I am going to be mixing it up a little bit with some wine glasses and popsicle sticks. Maybe I'll do a decoupage. I don't know. We'll see. Do you guys see what I did yesterday? Oops. I painted this. This is alive. If you scroll down later. Not now. Don't leave me now. But if you scroll down later, this is a dough bowl. And I painted this really cute snowman series in here. Let me put it back. Because now I wrecked all my stuff. Oops. Is it the same? Yes, Pam, it is the same every night. There's going to be 2 wine glass projects. So if you, I'm going to be painting on wine glasses one night. And the second night, I'm going to be making faux snow globes. So I will have a supply list for everyone. Although I know all the projects I'm doing, because of my schedule, and sometimes traffic can be really annoying on my way home, I did not plan out my projects. I mean, I planned them, but I didn't plan like this one for Monday, this one for Tuesday, this one for Wednesday. So I will be sharing a supply list every day for that night. And you know what? If you can do it with me, you can do it with me. If you can't do it with me, you can't do it with me. And you can do it at your own time, the following day, next weekend, whatever. Okay? We're not going to be too particular. But yes, I will be sharing a supply list. And then you guys will have the video. I'm really trying to keep my boxes as square as I can. What do you guys think of this? Tell me the truth. What do you guys think so far of the colors that I picked? I am liking it. I like how the red is a deep red, but it pops nonetheless, and I am liking it. You know what? Because of that, and it is red and it is Christmas, I'm going to do this little one up here red. There we go. I don't know which one I'm going to do that, because now oh, I know, I could do the green. And honestly, if I get to the point where I'm like, ew, I'm going to have two of the same color, I'll just let it dry and paint over it. I'm not concerned. Oh, Carol, I think you messaged me today about the lantern, the winter lantern painting from the other night. I do have a kit for that. It's not listed. I'm not sure if you're in a rush. If you want the kit, let me know and I will put one together for you. Green, green. I guess we're going to need green up here. And then we'll do the light blue here. Okay. So that is the beginning of our base coating for our boxes. Now I'm going to get my liner brush and I'm just going to pick up a little bit of these two browns, and I want to just add in a little bit of our trunk. And I'm just using this little tiny liner brush. I'm picking up both my browns with it. I don't want a real thick trunk, but I think you have to be able to see it in here. I know it's just the illusion of a tree, but still. And then we have a little piece right in here, and then a little piece up in here for our star. Okay, we're getting there. Now that I have this out, I'm going to add a little bit of some liner work. To my pot. Okay. Then I'm going to grab this little bit and just pull down. There. Okay. Now we have our pot all done. Then I'm just going to start adding in, well, let me base coat in my star. So when I do my star, whenever I use gold, metallic paint is very, very translucent. So I like to base coat it with a yellow. And because I have this yellow out, it's the yellow I'm going to use. I will use whatever yellow is handy at the time. And since I have this one here, I'm just going to use it. Metallic paints tend to be a little bit on the translucent side, so they need a base coat. And that's it. I'm just going to leave that for now, and I will go back over it with gold. Remind me before we're over. I think I did enough stars. Stars. I think I did enough snowmen. You guys, snowflakes. I think I did enough snowflakes. Hey, Kimberly, thanks for hopping on. I'm glad you caught me live too. So a couple of these need 2 coats. I'm just gonna go over these a little bit. So thank you for joining me, Kimberly. This is night 1 of 12 days of Christmas arts and crafts. I am mostly a painter, but because I love my peeps and I love creating, I'm going to mix it up a little bit for the 12 days of Christmas arts and crafts. And not all of my projects will be involving painting, or at least not painting on big canvases and whole projects like this. If you want to see how I did this really cool background, you can go back and catch the replay. Because this is one of my favorite backgrounds that I love to make, and it's really simple. You can use a credit card or one of those promotional fake credit cards you get in the junk mail, and it's a scraping technique. Oh, let's do this one. I like this project because you can pick your own palette for it, whatever your favorite colors are, and make it your own. I'm just going back in and doing a quick second coat on all my packages. They are going to get some kind of designs, and of course they're going to get bows, because actually painting bows is the only kind of bows I can actually make. I know my friend Angie is on here, and she tried to teach me bows, and still I struggle. Okay, I'm gonna do the yellows. And I'm just using the same brush this whole time, you guys. It is about a 1/2 inch flat. In the plaid world, it's a number 12. But if you've been following me long enough, you know that brush sizes are not universal from brand to brand. So that's why I'll tell you that this is almost about a 1/2 inch wide. Okay, there we go. It's kind of looking like a bit of a sailboat to me, don't you guys think? Oh, I'm running over my stencils and my dough ball. Let me move that. I had to get comfy. Sorry, guys. Okay. Anyway, let me show you what I have so far. I'll turn it around. So here we go. So we did the scraped background. Then I added that cool gold stripes with a piece of garbage cardboard. Then I went in and added the snowflakes with my Essential Stencil snowflake stencil that is on the floor. And then I just traced in my packages. And now we're going to get to the fun part. There we go. All right. So I'm going to start out with the easiest one yet. Okay? I'm going to dip in my yellow, and I'm just going to make some polka dots on this one. Okay. I'm going to dip in my dark blue here, this blue haze, and do some polka dots on this one. What's easier than that, right? Using the back of the brush and making some polka dots. I'm going to go in my red, and I'm going to put some polka dots on this green package as well. Okay. All right, now I need a smaller brush. This is a number 8. Okay. I'm going to pick up some of my yellow, and now I'm going to start adding my bows and my decorations. So I loaded this brush with yellow and white. Put a little decoration on there. I'm gonna get some of my green. And you can be as creative as you want to be with this. You don't have to get crazy. You can do polka dots on all of them. You can leave some of them plain. You can do thick stripes. You can do thin stripes. I'm waiting for my polka dots on some of those to dry before I add some ribbon to them. I'm wondering, no, I'm good. I was going to get out a whole different color paint, but I don't think I'm gonna. I think I'm just going to go in and add in some of my green. Okay. What else? What else? I know. I'm going to add a little bit. How am I going to do this? I'm going to add a little bit of crisscross to this one. Now I could be using my liner brush for this. Personal preference. Whatever you want to use. If you want to use your liner brush or your flat brush. There we go. Got a little lattice work. Oh, need a little bit one up here. Just a little bit. Yep. Got a little lattice work on that one. Hey, Sherry. How are you? Oh, and while you guys are here, too, I meant to grab it, but I don't have it. Friday night, I am doing the Highland Cow for Christmas. If you didn't see it in my events, it's in there. It will be on Zoom. It is $10 a painter. It comes with the tracer and the supply list and moi. So if you guys are interested, like I said, it is in my events, and it's on my page. So the class starts at 7:30. If you can't make it, but it's something that you want to do, I do send out the recording after class. Okay? Oh, I have an idea for that one down there. I have an idea for this one, you guys. I did say I wasn't gonna get stencils out for like every box, but I could have if I wanted to, so I'm just gonna put one on that box down there. Okay? Oh, thank you, Angie. I hope you're feeling better, honey. My buddy Angie was feeling a little under the weather today. Oh, maybe we, oh, am I breaking any HIPAA violations here? So, I pulled out my tree stencil from a Stencil. And this is like the perfect size tree. So, like I said, I wasn't going to start like stenciling on to like every package here. But I can do this. Where's my thing? That's cute. Oh, my red paint was, I'll fix that later. My paint was a little wet. Daubing off my little makeup sponge here because I don't want to put in too much paint and have a bleed. There we go. Cute. Let me just do one more little half of one right here, like it's going off the paper. Oh, maybe another little half of one down here, but the other half, the top half. There we go. All right, put that aside. I'm watching propped up in bed. Oh, good. Oh, cute hat. Thanks, Sid. It is for my 12 Days of Christmas arts and crafts. Got it at the $1.25 tree. That I'm going to fix later. This I could fix now. There we go. All right. So, now that these are dry, or mostly dry, I'm going to start adding in my bows. Okay, so there's my first bow. Thank you, Angie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. My paint is getting a little thick, so I just dab my end of my liner brush into a little bit of water, work it in here, and I'm just gonna add my bows in here. Okay. Then I'm just gonna put a little tiny bow up here. All right. I don't want to pick up blue, so I'm just going to jump right over that. Again, I need a little bit of water. So my office here, my studio, you guys, the heat doesn't work real well in here. And I've been kind of like suffering through, but it's gotten a little chilly now. So tonight I had to put my floor heater in there. It's right there. I had to put my little floor heater in here. And what happens is it totally sucks the moisture right out of my paint. So, oh, I forgot a little decoration on that one. Maybe I'll just do some white. There we go. I need fresh white. A little fresh white here. I'm gonna do this one. Crisscross applesauce. Right down the middle. So who has their tree up? That one I just gave like a little pom-pom bow to. See that? I can do the same thing up here. Just like a little flutter on the top. I love this painting because it is so versatile. You guys, you can do whatever you want with it, whatever colors you want. I think I am going to get a little bit dark green for this one down here because my tree, I'm just going to go right into my cap. Yeah, I like that. Okay. So cute, you guys. Not me, no me either, Pam. No tree up here yet. We're gonna hopefully put it up this weekend. I did do some decorating around the house. I did share a reel of me decorating around the house a little bit. But both of my girls will be home for the holiday this weekend. And so I'm waiting for them. We're gonna decorate together when they get home. Well, we're gonna put the tree up together. I decorated everything else. I'm trying not to put my hand in my paint that I've already painted. As you guys know, I am such a messy painter. There we go. Did I miss any package? Oh, this one. Oh, these two I have to do something with. Those I have to do something with. You know what I think I'm going to do? I might add a little gift tag. Add a little gift tag to that one. with a little bit of twine. There we go. Put a tag on that one. Maybe I'll put a little tag on. Have to leave. Thank you, Pam. You have a great night. And I think I'm just going to put a little tag here too. When I get done later, I'll go on there and put in some black as if there's writing on them. Okay. Other than that, I think they're good. So I'm just going to start adding in a little bit of outline to my boxes now. This will hide any mistakes I made, any areas where maybe I didn't have my box shaped well enough. It'll help if I put my arm in the paint, like over here with this red one. There we go. If I drew my box a little wonky, this straightens it out. I want to put a little shine right there on my tree trunk, my faux tree trunk for my package of trees. Or wait, no, my tree of packages. There we go. I don't think I'm going to go back and add gift tags to all the boxes, but I do think the gift tags that I added, the two of them, are so cute. Okay. Now, ordinarily I would do this with black, but I think the black might be too harsh. So I'm just softening up the white with a little bit of this dark brown now. I'm not going around the whole entire thing like I did with the white. I'm just adding it in a few places. And I just want to soften up the white a little bit, but I didn't want to use black and be too harsh. Now I'm going to fill in my star. I'm still going to use the liner brush because it's a little tiny star and I could make it wonky real quick. There we go. My little star. Turn it back around. I am always using my moving my artwork every which way. Ooh. Am I frozen? Because I appear to be frozen on my view, but I'm gonna keep going anyway. Even if I'm frozen, you guys can catch the replay. Just gonna add a little bit of white highlight to my star. Okay. All right. Now, I'm going to take, I think, the white. Let me loosen it up a little bit. And I'm going to, without messing up everything, I'm going to start adding some like little ribbon swirls. So I'm just using my brush and I'm going a little bit of pressure, turning it, and then a little bit less pressure. And we're just adding in some ribbon. To our design. Think I should add a few more colors, or should I just leave it with the white? Let me see, where am I? Okay, not frozen. I think, I don't know. I'm really dying to add some of this pink, but I don't know. Is it too much? It's definitely too much. Never mind. I'm just putting it aside. Look away. Look away. Okay? I might add a little bit of this, though. All right. Sometimes we should just be like brushes down. Okay, I think that is it. Now I'm gonna call it. I'm calling it, you guys. I am calling it. Okay, so, you guys, I should put a big 1 on it. No, I'm kidding. So, day 1 of our 12 days of Christmas arts and crafts. I may change up the ribbon or stuff. I don't know yet. I'm just going to leave it for now. But anyway, I put a little like very primitive supply list on there for you guys. And now you know why. Because really, you can do whatever you want with this. If you're coming on the replay, please put hashtag replay. If you want to know where I got the snowflakes from, it is an essential stencil. And my code for 10% off is Stencil Spot. I will be back for the next 11 days. If you were here at the beginning, you know where I'm winking. Shh, Colleen. Colleen is the winner of the 8 Santa reindeer names, but she Googled it, so she's not getting a prize. But thank you for playing. Anyway, so that is it, you guys. We have more coming up. I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. It is a surprise. It is going to be as much a surprise to me as it is for you, but I will be posting a supply list. Thank you so much, everyone. I love sharing art from my heart. I love my peeps, and everyone have a great night.